Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. From the gun, it's Rosen. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Rosen will throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengals Bengal TD. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
The kick is good.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Robbie Gould set.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First down, Kansas City.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now he'll pull it down, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rosen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Flushed out right. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Chiefs nothing.
Second and 11. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Complete.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And
this offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
14-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. D.D. Westbrook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10. At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
Number 5.
But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
12 yards there and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. For the Bengals, they widen their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Chiefs nothing. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to